What kind of reaction did you get from people when you started to tell them you wanted to transplant
No, they said
a
I was
womb?
crazy. They said I was crazy.
thought you
This
were
is
crazy.
impossible to do. Should you actually harm your career of starting this project? And I said, no, I think this can be done. So I decided to start and see if it works in the small animals, rats and mice. And then in 2002, we got pregnancies in mice. And then we knew if it's possible to do in a mouse, which is this size, why, then you should be able to do it in a human. I mean, we know there were women out there who wanted this and were incurable that infertility. So, of course, that also helped us to motivate us to do this.
How many transplants have happened around the world now?
So we know that it's about 50 live births from about 90 transplants. Yeah. But of course the 50 live births is that some women have got not only one child, two children. So we have about 10 which has probably got 2 kids.
And who would be eligible for this
I
procedure?
mean, it would be like Kirsty, who lost the uterus at childbirth because of bleeding. It's those with cervical cancer, and it's those that are born without a uterus. But it can also be expanded to other types, and that can be controversial. I mean, what is discussed in the word is for transgender females. So those are females but born in a man's body, and we do, not I, but it's done sex correcting surgery, and of course these women, they also ask for uterus transplantation. And that is discussed in some countries, in the United States and other countries, and it will possibly be done.
How soon do you see that happening?
I think within 5 years, but it has to be done some research also in animals and so on, see if it's feasible.
And what's the next frontier for you?
For me, we are working on something called a bioengineered uterus. It's actually that you could create a uterus from stem cells. You create it in the laboratory, and then you would put it into a woman. And because it's from the stem cells of that woman, she can keep the organ for lifelong, and she doesn't need any immunosuppressive medication.
Wow. So growing a uterus from scratch in a lab.
Yeah, and then putting it in. Yeah. But that is research, and if it reaches the clinic, it will take more than 10 years, I say.
Wow.